Hi, it's Nell with Joyous Garden, and this is the second of our Christmas crafting video series. It's on wreaths, and these are the kind of wreaths I used to make when I had a Christmas decorating business, only much bigger than this, so you can get this idea. So maybe next year I'll show you how to make one of these. It's an artificial wreath, and this one I made for my home. I used to make a 10-foot wreath. But what I'm going to show you today is much more of a naturalistic wreath. Hopefully you've watched our ornament video, because that was our first one. I showed you how to make a couple of Christmas ornaments. So what this is, oops, and this walnut isn't glued on, it's just a wire frame. And I love to collect things in nature. I don't know if you've seen our book yet or downloaded it, Mother Nature Inspired Christmas Ornaments. I used Magnolia cones in that, and I have just fishing lined them on. Actually, first of all, I had put the preserved moss on, and you could use sphagnum moss if you want a more natural look, or you could just use a grapevine wreath and just directly glue the cones on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some walnuts on, and then I'm going to put some succulents in here, some aeoniums actually, and then I might put some herbs in. I'm not quite sure. I just dip them in the hot glue. I kind of let it run, and then I put them. And what this moss does, it also gives me a nice base on which to glue the walnuts. Otherwise, I could not glue them on this frame, and I was trying to think of what I was going to do. I was like, oh, preserved moss. Now I have all the walnuts on, and you might choose to leave it this way. It's very, very, very pretty this way, but I'm going to add in some succulents. This is preserved moss, so it's going to stay this green. And if you had it on your front door, which was covered, it wasn't exposed to the wind and the rain, you could just also tuck in some pine, which is probably not going to tuck in at the moment because I wanted to. Isn't that always the way? So you could go around and you could tuck in some pine to give it that kind of a look, or spruce, or whatever you have. But because mine is going to hang inside, I'm going to use some aeoniums that I picked from my front garden. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. I kind of like to let the glue cool a bit first, because I don't want it to burn the plant. So I'm just going to go right down in there, and then the plant is going to just stay right in there. And here is the wreath done. I've got all the aeoniums glued on, and this will last, well, quite a while. If you have it in a very hot house, the aeoniums may not look that good after like a month or so, but they hold up really well. I take cuttings of them all the time. I put them in my utility room, and I've had some back there for like 8 months out of water. So I left some of this showing. If you prefer to do more greenery on there, you could, but I really like the natural showing. Or I've got rosemary here from my garden, and you could go around and put some rosemary into if you wanted something to go out. Extend it a little bit more, and that would hold up for it only looks good a couple days out of water out, then and it starts to look a little brownish. So I prefer it this way myself. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to our channel, because we have a lot more crafting and gardening videos coming this way. The next video that we're going to do for this Christmas series is Christmas arrangements, so be sure to keep your eye out for that. And thank you for watching Joyous Garden TV.